A derivative disaster, a microfinance portfolio crumbling down, or a CEO finally stepping out. Is this the disaster happening at IndusInd Bank? Another fraud, a big banking fraud of 2,500 crore. What RBI was doing in this time? In this video, I am going to tell you the real exam question 2021 RBI grade B में आया था about the corporate governance and the importance of corporate governance. I am going to tell you because descriptive writing आपका 2/3 है. RBI grade B की बात करें, I am going to give you how you can write good answer. But first starts with what is happening in IndusInd Bank. Welcome to Exam B. My name is Chandra Prakash Joshi, and here at Exam B, we make you prepare 50% faster. IndusInd Bank has reported that 2,500 crore rupees fraud in the derivative and microfinance segment. Here, employees are involved, and prior to this, MD and CEO Sumant Katpalia has resigned, and also Deputy CEO Arun Khurana has resigned. In microfinance, there is a slippage of 3,509 crore here. The portfolio which was reported standard performing is actually NPA, non-performing, and there is a reversal of income booked by the bank in last 19 years. This is first time that bank has reported a loss in a quarter. This is the real RBI grade B 2021 question. डिस्क्रिप्टिव में क्वेश्चन वन छोड़ रहा हूँ, क्वेश्चन टू मैं क्वेश्चन थ्री पे आ रहा हूँ. व्हाट इज कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस, व्हाई इट इज नीडेड, व्हाट आर द की प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस. हम बात करेंगे इंडस इंड के परस्पेक्टिव में, बट बिफोर दैट लेट्स गो टू लिटिल डीपर इन इंडस इंड बैंक केस. रिसेंटली हुआ क्या, सुमंत कटपालिया व्हेन ही जॉइंड एज एमडी एंड सीईओ, he was working with the bank. He got promoted as an NBS CEO in 2019, and he has been significantly working on the growth of the bank. His focus was more on the retail and digital banking. COVID time mein, there is a strain on the asset as it happened in the entire banking industry. So RBI also warned about during COVID time the stress in microfinance portfolio. Here recently this microfinance portfolio loss of actually income of 423 crore was reversed, and in case of derivative portfolio loss of 1960 crore due to incorrectly booked revenue. इट इज ह्यूज. 1960 करोड़ बहुत बड़ा अमाउंट है. देर आर देन अदर एडजस्टमेंट, देर इज ए इंक्रीज इन द प्रोविजनिंग एंड ऑल्सो एसेट क्वालिटी डिटेरियोरेशन, क्योंकि एनपीए बढ़ गया और ग्रॉस एनपीए नेट एनपीए दोनों बढ़ गया. रूट कॉज है इसका एम्प्लॉइज फ्रॉड. That is what the management has said. Top management has already resigned. RBI is going to investigate further. There is a leadership transition in the bank. The question here is there any oversight lapse, supervisory oversight lapse by RBI? RBI is the regulator of the market, ensuring the financial stability. I was a part of the annual financial inspections did for 3.5 years. इसमें आरबीआई एनुअली ऑन साइट ऑफ साइट एसेस करता है बैंक की कॉम्प्लायंस को, बैंक के फाइनेंशियल हेल्थ को, एंड ऑल्सो ऑल द ऑपरेशंस आर सुपरवाइज्ड बाय आरबीआई. फॉर इंडसइंड बैंक ऑल्सो आरबीआई did this. RBI also identified some of the gaps, but is there any possible delay? Possible. Possible because 2,500 crore is a big amount, and microfinance portfolio problem must be of earlier times, especially during COVID time. RBI issued this warning not to be aggressive in this to all the bank, RBI said. And this derivative problem also, it looks like a inadequate risk management and non-compliance with the RBI guideline. There can be possible delays, but what is the action RBI is taking now? RBI is further going to investigate this. It will definitely happen because now it has come up. The investigation team must be there by now. And if the situation needs the case to be transferred to ED and CBI, definitely RBI will do that. As per the Banking Regulation Act, whatever powers RBI has to take action on the bank and on the bank's management, RBI will do. But if there are cases of the personal accountability, if frauds are being done, people have to send behind bars, RBI will pass the case to ED and CBI. Corrective measures has to be taken in the management control. RBI has given time to the bank to appoint a new CEO by June 2025 and working on close coordination with the board. There can be penalties which may come in future. Question is about the corporate governance. Importance of corporate governance in this. पहले आपको पता होना चाहिए व्हाट इज कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस. So corporate governance is a system of rules and policies. These are there to govern the bank, govern the organization, to take care of the interest of all the stakeholders. Stakeholders are not just the management or the shareholders of the bank. These are also customers. These are also regulators. These are also all the employees. Have to be maintained transparency, accountability, and ethical behavior. That is corporate governance. It is especially important in case of the bank because they are public institution. They are working by getting money from the public. There is a regulatory compliance required. RBI license is required for every bank. No, there is risk management practice, and there is also a systemic risk. If one financial institution fails, the risk will spread to the entire financial system. In case of IndusInd Bank, corporate governance weakness is there in internal control. There is a suspected employee fraud, so there is a gap in somewhere in the accounting policies, somewhere in the reporting, somewhere in the segregation of the duties. If I ask you a question here, what kind of risk is this kind of fraud? Is it a credit risk? Is it a market risk? That can be an exam question, or it is an operational risk. Pause the video here and tell me what kind of risk is this. Accountability is being fixed here and still under investigation. For more detail understanding, if you have to suggest innovative solution to RBI so that these kind of frauds can be checked in future, what will you do based on the international experience? Risk based supervision and data analytics using AI. Today, RBI does mostly camels, but RBI also does RBS is risk-based supervision. But there can be more AI-based algos that can identify the problem portfolio. There is need of stress testing, if what if scenarios, and whistleblower mechanism to protect the whistleblower. Must be people those who may be knowing in the bank, but they know their safety is not being ensured. That is a problem in whistleblower, especially in our country. People those who raise the case, they are being targeted. Then there is a need to build expertise in the board composition has to be changed accordingly, and blockchain technology can be used for better reporting, better accounting, which is being used by some of the organizations at global level. There can be more accountability, personal accountability, penalties, and decision has to be fast. The risk on the portfolio has to be monitored. If you remember the question of 2021 is about key principles of corporate governance. So these key principles are transparency, accountability, fairness, responsibility, independence, risk management, and stakeholder management. You have to understand these well for answering question like this. Why it is needed? See, this question has three part. When you are writing this descriptive, no, you have to break the question. What is corporate governance? Why it is needed? What are the key principles? If you write it well, you will get 100% marks. 95% तो मिल ही जाएंगे if you have a good style of writing and if you have a good knowledge. These types of question you have to see in the previous year paper given at iexamb website. Please download from there. And for further discussion, join the class. New batch has started, but only one class is done, which is intro class. You can still join the batch, and you will understand how the current news can be incorporated with the syllabus, and how you can write your answer well, so that you also come in this list of selected candidate. Now you will be joining in 2026 because 25 joining to ho gayi hai. You have opportunity to build your career in regulatory bodies, in all India financial institutions, and only at ours you are being coached by faculties who have cracked these exams. That's what it makes preparation 50% faster. For anything more, please feel free to reach to us at 92055240228. If you feel this is a good video, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. Wish you all the best.